If you get tired, learn to rest. Don't quit. Hey there, how's it going, you guys? Thanks for joining me for another episode of Bitcoin and Coffee. I'll be your host, Eugene Forrest. So, what are we looking at today with these crazy cryptocurrency markets? Some nice green, right? We're up about 5%, coming in at $9,655 when I looked at it a few moments ago. Time to take profits. Not quite yet, I don't think. But I'm not really here for financial advice. I'm always looking at the big picture down the road. Got a little bit of news topics all over the place. But hey, you know how I rant here a little bit in the beginning, trying to kill a little bit of time and let you guys gather up and chat and, give a shout out. Let Samantha know that you're here. Well, I don't know. All of you guys don't necessarily follow me on the other social media platforms that we're posting to. But YouTube gave us a strike the other day. We were looking at being down for a week. I was thinking that because how they like to do it is they give you a strike, and then when you're about to go back on air again, they give you the next strike, which puts you out for 2 weeks. Then the third strike puts you out of commission for good. They delete your channel. So we know this war has been ongoing for quite a while of social media, the centralization, the decentralization. We can talk about it till we're blue in the face, but the only thing that really matters is subscribers, right? Viewers, people, the masses. You're not going to get adoption and awareness through a decentralized platform that is already using some sort of cryptocurrency, because then it means you're in cryptocurrency. So I got to fight the good fight. I got to use their tactics against them. I'm out here on YouTube. I really want you guys to come follow me on the other social media platforms that I'm posting to. It's mostly just a way to make sure you get the notification, because YouTube doesn't always push the notification here. If you hit the bell, it helps though. Once again, I'm starting to get blue in the face talking about it. So please comment in the chat. Let us know that you're here. Let us know that you care about cryptocurrency and Bitcoin. Let us know what you're thinking about these markets and the future of all of it. We got a little bit of positive news. I love it when we have positive news. And you know who else we have around here that is always a positive energy? Is my lovely co-host, Sammy.
Good evening, everyone.
So how are you over there, Samantha?
Well, I'm good.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was a good day.
I don't know if we've actually checked in with you personally in a while. How is your sense of being been?
It's been good.
Yeah? Are you feeling fulfilled as an individual?
I feel a lot of centers, a lot of chakras. A lot of alignment.
Yeah. Well, 2020 does seem like it's going to be one of these monumental years, and not just here in the cryptocurrency space. Besides the fact that we're having this black swan event of the coronavirus kicking off our year pretty much, we got Tesla stocks doubling, we got the Bitcoin happening, all of the holidays are lining up quite nicely. We looked at the cigarette age getting pushed back. We're getting at the legalization of marijuana in a lot of states this year. News is crazy. The world is changing. That is the one constant, right? Is change. And as we move into the future, it's going to be digital. That's for sure. So a lot of us, in the beginning, were libertarians when it came to Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. And we were always pushing for this ideal of the revolution, right? I talk about it quite frequently around here. But we've also gathered a lot of other people from different herds or groups or collectives or whatever you want to call it when people of like minds get together.
I'm going to say associations, but that's not right either.
There's all kinds of whatever
you want to go with.
So, do we got anybody in the chat tonight? We have people in the chat. Well, tell us who you are. Tell us what you're thinking and what got you into Bitcoin, right? Are you here? Are you one of those very, very few people that it seems like everyone constantly is talking about, where you're actually trading and making money on some leverage platform where you decided to put in $1,000 to get like $90 for free?
Obviously, we don't do that.
That's where your head's at, right?
All right, Josh is here. He says, "Hey, I am glad you guys could dodge strikes like pros."
All I did was complain a lot because I woke up today and I didn't have anything to do today. Like, I didn't have any work.
He had the woes.
I did have the woes. I started feeling like I wasn't going to get to be able to come back out here, because I'm like, man, I'm such a small channel. They're just going to shoot me down, and I'm going to be like dead before the fight begins, because this year is going to be one of the big years, right? We're looking at the bull run. We got all kinds of technical analysis indicators telling us that the bull market is starting, right? So as this occurs, we're going to want to steer them away from the scams. We're going to want to teach them to hold their private keys. We're going to want to help them do the right things, right? Especially the things that are going to help the revolution and not these third-party entities. Yes, they're going to be here. Yes, I've made peace with it. Yes, we're all going to make peace with it. But you know who's going to be the true winners here? The people that get their monetary sovereignty by controlling their private keys.
All right. So we have Bitcoin and the boys. He says, I am glad that ban was lifted. Andy Anderson is here.
Andy, my friend, Bitcoin and the boys. I love it that you guys are out here hitting, smashing, pounding that like button. It helps, right? Maybe we can get a real party tonight.
James says, striking Mr. Rogers. Von Ray says, good evening to us. Good evening.
Good evening.
Just learn at bitcoin.com.
Daniel, buddy,
says,
my
man. He says, hola, hodlers. Paul Rouleau is here. He says, good evening.
Rouleau. Yes.
Zaza is here.
Zaza.
Pounding.
I know. We seen you in
like
Box Mining's chat. There was 27,000 people that had watched this video, and we see Zaza coming up on the feed for the people in the chat.
John from Malibu. See, that's why I think, yes, you guys are like tag buddies, because you guys are both in quite, like, I mean, almost everybody's chat. If I'm not seeing one, I'm seeing both. I mean, you know. I love it. All right. Daniel says, Viva la revolution. And BTC Moon Guy is here. He says, yo, Bitcoiners.
BTC Moon Guy. Nice.
Yay. Okay, we have people. Okay. Continue.
All right. Well, we got a little bit of news today. I love it when we have positive news. The first thing I want to start off with is a lot of people talk about the complaint of Bitcoin being used as a store of value and that it's never really going to grow until, you know, people start utilizing the network. Well, we have some confirmation today. All right. Bitcoin has hit 500,000 transactions. Or 500 million transactions. Sorry, let's not underplay this.
B, not M.
B, right? B with a billion.
Billion.
So as we're looking at 500 million transactions, in 2017, at the peak of this, we were only looking at 250 million transactions had been performed on the network. So that means that we're looking at quite a bit of growth. And as we continue to see adoption, right, as we continue to see these wonderful BIPs implemented, being able to cram more information inside that 1 megabyte block, we're getting more transactions. As we're continuing to develop second tier solutions, we're taking these transactions off of the mainnet. Fantastic, right? This is the complete opposite of what they were saying. This is not just a store of value. This is actually being performed and functioning as like currency, cash. And what we have backing this up, this is one of the other stories, I'll just mix it in together because I love how they go together, is that Coinbase, you know, boo Coinbase, but Coinbase and BitPay are saying that merchants accepting Bitcoin and cryptocurrency as a form of payment is way up in 2019.
Nice. Well, I mean, they're the middleman, so they would know, right?
Because I do understand, being a business owner or whatever, you cannot eat the cost of the volatility that's involved with Bitcoin until we find price stabilization. So accepting it as a form of payment, that's okay. As you see, it has to be easier than using your debit card, your credit card, cash, especially over the internet, where you see that everyone and their mother has been hacked by everyone under the sun and anybody you thought you could trust, right? We've seen, I don't even want to start the list. It's too big.
And too depressing.
It is.
But yes.
I'm waiting for all of those lawsuits to pay off that are supposed to be going so I can get a couple $100.
Come on, Supreme Court. Oh, yeah.
So what are you guys thinking? I mean, are you guys loving the price rally? Do you think that we're going to be seeing 10K tomorrow? Do you think it's going to take a couple days? Do you feel that we are moving out of just a store of value and into a transactional sense with Bitcoin, that the network is starting to be utilized more? I mean, what we were just reading the other day. Well, let's see what we got going on in the chat.
All right, Renaissance Novice is here.
Renaissance Novice, nice, my man. I love it that you make it here. I love it when we bring people from the other platforms, because Renaissance Novice, he started following us over on mine.
Yes, he did.
And I mean, I'm not really posting over there because it seemed like it was kind of a waste of my time. But I do love that I found you over there, my friend, and that you were able to come over here to YouTube and follow us and keep watching these live videos. Your comments in the chat after mean a lot to us as well.
Well, he said it's been a good week.
It has been a good week. I mean, it has been a good month for Bitcoin.
And Daniel says that he sold his MWC, Mimblewimbles, for more Bitcoin.
Right? Nice, nice.
Yep. I mean, that's what you tend to do. Whatever eventually it goes back into the piggy man.
Yeah, I mean, as we're seeing the network being utilized more, right? As we're seeing Bitcoin finding to get realized, right? Not only are the institutions and all of that looking at it, but we also got the general public. The average everyday man is starting to hear and understand what Bitcoin is. Now that time has passed. We were just reading the other day that the UK is now passing a law saying that in 15 years that they're not going to be able to produce cars that run on fossil fuels.
Yep.
So, I mean, that's a small piece of information, but what can you extrapolate from this? Well, that would tell me that in like 20 to 25 years, there's probably not going to be any gas cars out there.
I mean, is that when they get to slap you with like tickets? You know what I mean? Because you're admitting like whatever.
It's usually when they do that bonus, like they'll give you extra money for turning it in. Like,
yeah, right. Yes, you get an extra income exchange something, whatever refund. Yes,
some government refund to help you turn in the fossil fuel vehicle for an electrical vehicle.
Of course.
But that also, then I started thinking about, well, that's 20 years from now. That's a whole nother generation. And as soon as I said that, I was like, you know what? That's the generation that's supposed to be utilizing Bitcoin. So now we're talking about that. Let's start picturing. It's coming into focus a little better. We're looking at a generation that's not born yet, that isn't going to know what a fossil fuel car is.
Yup, because
or it's going to be a museum or a historic thing that some guy across town has, and you see it. You see it at the Walmart every now and again on Sunday, right?
Yeah.
And they're going to be using Bitcoin with things that we haven't even built yet. Because, hey, I've only been here 3 years, and half this stuff wasn't here 3 years ago. Let alone, where is this going to be in 20 years when this is an open source project? Who knows who's working on this? And then as Bitcoin continues to morph itself, right, into that Swiss army, with also Ethereum and all these other cryptocurrencies, right, the dApps, the DeFi, the smart contracts, how could we even think that we're going to know what the future is going to look like in 20 years? I mean, right there, you open up so many endless possibilities that I can't say. I know that the dollar's failing. I know that I'm not the only one that believes this. The number of people that are starting to think this is becoming alarming. I know that we also have an alarming number of people that are starting to say that we're all focused on the wrong stuff, right? When we have to focus on the environment differently, when we still have, 1 out of 10 people in the world not getting clean water.
That is a little ridiculous. Like, I don't even know. I mean, yeah.
Something's not quite right. I could deal with more potholes in my street. I could deal with things being a little different if we could start getting water.
Like,
yes,
what?
Exactly.
What?
I know. And then you see charities out there trying to bring them the water.
Yes, and the missionary churches that are like building the wells and this. I mean, are you kidding me? Like,
I mean, then they talk about the unbanked, right? 1.6 billion people unbanked.
Yes. Right. I mean, that's how, like, we heard the ridiculous one that was, it was just some internet article, but some dude had bought, like some, like, an ottoman or something, and it had like $43,000 worth of cash stuffed in it from the previous owner. I mean, real unbanked, like, what? So that's what you make your chair out of, right? Because there's no way you're going to be able to explain where you got that from.
So what do we got going on in the chat? What are you guys thinking tonight? What's happening? What's the DL?
Okay, so Daniel says the Mexican government is raffling off the former presidential plane, a Boeing 787-8.
Yes.
Not even Trump has it, for $25 a ticket. I don't know. I might be. I mean, I'm not a lucky person, so I doubt. But I might throw my ring in the hat in the ring. I mean, a freaking plane. Although, yeah. How much are the taxes?
Well, what
on
are
that?
you going to do with it? You're just going to have to turn around and
Yeah.
sell it. You couldn't even afford to fuel it.
Dude,
for the first flight. Park it in the backyard.
Yep, I'd live in it. There would be no chairs.
Get some tarps. We got to protect it.
Come on. Yeah.
Chickens stuck up in the engines.
Oh, what? The whole wing situation. I mean, do you know what you could do with that? What?
I did come across that article as well. I thought that was great, though. I mean, that he's flying with the people. it does seem like that we do need a situation, possibly like we talk about the separation of money and finance and government, right? Just like we have the separation of church and state. Well, if we can get this, then the political atmosphere would become completely different. Because right now, the political atmosphere is that they have to cater to the rich because the rich hand them their money through backdoor avenues to support their campaigning so they can brainwash the masses. So if you make it so that the money flow is traceable, and you make it so things are accountable and credible, and you can't just say, yeah, I'll give you tax breaks, I'll print more money, I'll do this and this once I get in office. Maybe things will change. Maybe you will get people that are actually looking out for the common man.
Renaissance Novice says, hopefully 2020 is the year we start to delegate crypto. Fingers crossed. And Daniel says that they won't give you the plane unless you can afford the maintenance, but they will still get your money. That's not cool, man.
See, that's
a catch-22 there, right there. What?
Like my father, he's not a super well-off man, but he was at a car, like a new car dealership, and he won. He won. Yeah, and you know how they raffle stuff off? Well, they raffled off a car and a couple cars, and he won one of the cars.
Yes, a $10,000 or $12,000 brand new night car. Yes,
and that he needed to pay the taxes.
Tax and tag and title, like the standard dealerness.
And my father was like, I don't have that. Like, I'm not going to have that in the next week, even. You're
talking like a couple. No.
Yeah. So then they got him to sign a contract and gave him $1,000 instead.
Yep. They turned into like, I don't know. Yeah. So they did the math on whatever would have been. But yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, I don't know how you turn a $12,000 car because you don't have $1,000 into $1,000.
Oh, it was still, I mean, it was still crazy, like ridiculous. I mean, like, you know, I don't know anybody other than your family members that are lucky like that. You know, that's unheard of. I mean, I might show up for the free hot dogs, but that, you know, I'm not winning the car. Josh says all presidential candidates, including Trump, are going to inflate the dollar like crazy.
I mean, what's the loss to them, right?
No, there is no loss. That's the point. Yes, no.
I mean, I don't know what CNN was doing the video or documentary premiere yesterday that I watched part of for like 5-6 minutes, and they were talking about the minimum wage crisis in America and how it's actually, I think minimum wage is $7.25 across America, and then it hasn't gone up in a decade. You know, and then they started talking about different statistics of minimum wage and how upping the minimum wage isn't really going to help the problem, but at the same time, it will temporarily help the problem. And then they started talking about how just a simple $2 raise in minimum wage could curb suicides by as much as 40,000 a year.
I mean, I still think it's freaking ridiculous that people kill themselves over money. I mean, but I guess, right? I mean,
when your day starts and ends with the dollar, it's hard to realize anything past it, and that life is based a lot more on your sense and less of your acquiring.
I mean, yes, it is stupid that literally $2 or $3 more an hour, I mean, make everybody happier. Like, you know, like the rat is happier with that cheese. It's okay.
But it begins at a young age. You know, they right off the bat, you don't go to school and start learning in the beginning how to be happy with yourself, right? Because if you're not happy with yourself, you can't be happy, right? I mean, that's just standard psychology stuff. So how are you going to start educating people and starting to teach them in life and not teach them how to be happy with themselves? And then you start running into money, right? Let's just teach them about money. Let's start feeding them problems with money. Let's start fixating everything with money.
All right. So we have.
All right. I know I'm off topic here.
We have Bitcoin Jake. Sorry that he's been really busy. Renaissance Novice says minimum wage is a mistake. Basic economics. Oh, Bitcoin Jake says that his last girlfriend committed suicide.
I'm sorry,
March.
Jake.
Oh, I'm sorry too. Okay, Vengeance says it's understandable after some divorces, the men can be left without enough to live on. That's why we tap out and eat a bullet. I mean, see, I don't know. Like, yes, I'm a very optimistic person when it comes to that kind of stuff, but I guess I guess that is an option to some people, but I don't know.
See, the other option is it's that those people that opt out that way, it's, you know, like, all right, the guy, like you just said, I lost the divorce. The financial situation was so bad that I was never, you know, you're just working and living
Jake
in a,
said that his girlfriend was divorced too. So I mean,
right.
yes, like
You,
right. So
you
like
end
yes,
up in these
you
bad
don't know
situations.
what to do.
Well,
I guess. Yes.
The other end of these, you know, because of my family and the way they are, I've met a lot of homeless people. Half of them, if you don't bite the bullet, they turn homeless. You know, they opt out of these systems. You know, they can't get blood from the stone.
People, yes.
So there's your alimony, there's your child support, there's your taxes, there's your house payment. There it is. Forget you. I'm going to go perch up in the woods with the rest of these people, and I'm going to go drink cheap alcohol until I pass out. And at the same time, I mean, it's hard to blame them when you realize that they're looking at such a hard road to walk to get out of the financial debt that they're in. To get where? To start trying to get by, to start trying to build again.
I mean, I just still don't.
To build what? To build an empire in a rigged game?
I mean, that is the problem, is that, like, fundamentally, I don't know how we're supposed to actually be happy, because we are in a game that is literally using us. So how are you happy when you are being used all the time, when you don't even realize it? We have been brainwashed for, I mean, centuries to not understand and not to realize that, I mean, it's not worth it. Like, none of what we think is worth it is worth it.
Yeah. Like, all right, when we talk about technical analysis, I love it. Everyone's always like, oh, just zoom out. Tell them to zoom out. Zoom out on your life. That's the real problem, is that everyone's a little too focused on this micro picture, and it's like, zoom out.
It is how you say, like, everybody has blinders, and you don't even know you do.
Right.
Everybody does. It's a lot easier to tell somebody else how to fix their problems than to fix your own.
Oh yeah, of course.
I mean, same, because it's easier to not.
All right.
You know.
So what do we got going on in the chat? I do have a little bit more here to continue to go on with some news to incite some conversation, but of course, I want to know what you guys are thinking. That's always the best conversation. That's how we spread awareness and adoption around here, is answering questions live on air like this. Being able to bust some of the myths that happen, right? Point out some of the schemes and Ponzi's. You know, everyone's been saying there's been a lot of scams and schemes going on. I really not like what used to be. You know what I mean? You know, I seen the YouTube videos, right, trying to get you to send in a little ETH and get a little ETH back. And I've seen dark side of Facebook is still out there promoting the same kind of stuff and cloud mining and all this other stuff. But it's not as prominent as it was. So hopefully...
No, dude, it was.
It's like, not being promoted as much as it is by the people in social media, right?
Well, I don't know. We keep getting strikes, right? I mean, are they trying to, like, make it a better place? But yes. I mean, it was like wading through, I mean, like quicksand with all of the shady things before, and now it isn't quite as bad. I mean, it isn't.
Yeah, no.
Wow.
At first, it was like you found Bitcoin and you realized that Bitcoin was real. And then it was like you were trying to find, where can I use Bitcoin that's not a scam? Right. Well, we got Vitalik complaining a little bit about not getting his Ethereum emoji out there.
That song has forever scarred me.
The Vitalik.
Clapping. Like, you can't not. I don't know.
It's because all the YouTubers put it in the background whenever they talk about
God
him.
help me, it's just so scarred. Okay.
Just like that, he needs some milk. It's like, why do you keep putting that in the video? Like, every single day. It has absolutely nothing to do with anything.
Oh, but now it's in your head.
It is. It does stick in my head.
Yep.
But so Vitalik's out there pretty much trying to get his Ethereum emoji, and Google's not going to give it to him. They said no one's going to get any emojis, pretty much.
Kind of like that Google did not beat around the bush with this. They were just like, no.
No, they don't think that you're going to be long-term, that you're not going to last.
I mean, sorry that we don't think anybody else's valid long-term currencies.
Well, we just passed 11 years, right? We know at this point that Bitcoin hasn't been hacked. The plane's been flying this entire time. It's been getting better user interface. The price has been going upward. Everything's been going positively. Yes, there's been bubbles. Yes, there's been bear markets. Yes, there's been hacks on exchanges, right? Yes, it was used a little bit more for some dark, shady stuff in the beginning, or was it pretty much that it just helped develop another market, right? There's going to be a lot of ups and downs, right? That's been the name of the game all along with Bitcoin and cryptocurrency is volatility.
Okay, so where are we at?
I love the little dance with it too.
I know no one else sees that. That's just for you, apparently. I don't know. That's how my brain works, man. I'm sorry. Oh, okay. Vengeance says, I knew that if all my children were taken from me and alienated, I would take my life. That's why he went MGTOW back in 1997. 1997? Wow, bro. You've been going your own way a long time. Wow. I was like 17. Okay. More power to you, man. All right. So Bitcoin Jake says, did we see his project Satoshi Quest? No, I will look it up after this. It's the treasure hunty Minecrafty something.
Yeah, the one that we seen.
Well, but I don't know.
We seen Omar showing.
Was it Omar? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so then if that's yes, then we saw a small snippet of it.
Yes, I don't.
We got to look into it.
We don't play Minecraft or video games, so
shut up,
I mean, it would just be to.
Ooh, but it's like a Easter on. Okay, I like treasures. I like having to find things. I do. Okay, where's it at? Daniel says the scammers are coming back. Sign of a bull run. Zaza says his daughter Maddie is getting her first Satoshis today.
Nice.
What? BTC Moon Guy says that he loves the Bitcoin emoji. Daniel says ET head Vitalik is getting jealous of Bitcoin emoji on Twitter. He is.
Yeah, I mean,
just a little.
I don't know. It's been a hard road for Ethereum, and the debate, right, on the upcoming abilities of 2.0 and staking and all of that isn't helping. The fact that they've changed and flip-flop what Ethereum was for. I mean, but XRP is still here, right? XRP is still here. XRP is still going to be here. Ethereum is here. Ethereum is going to be here. Okay. Yes. So
in some way or another, for sure, it has been around way too long
to
just like snuff out somewhere. Yes.
Right. I mean, Bytecoin I seen was up today. I mean, I have watched that coin from the beginning come from nothing to something to on the exchanges to off the exchanges to back on the exchanges to they've been hacked to they have been inflated coins to like they're all over the place with every shady aspect, but they're still here.
Josh says there are so many emojis. All top 100 crypto should have emojis. Oh my God, can you imagine?
I have an emoji website that I go to try to get the emojis for like when I'm making ads and things like that.
Yes,
you know,
where you're all like turtle. Yes,
And I guess I just added new emojis, and the computer's not even reading them yet. Whatever they are, they're little squares.
Yeah, it's little squares with wiggles and whatnot. What? Oh, okay. Ooh, where are we at? Sorry. I need to read out loud. Bitcoin Jake says it is global, that he has over 50 articles in the Discord about it in many languages, that it is just, what? Genius.
Amazing, my man. I'm glad that you're finally getting some like recognition out there. I know how good it feels when that happens, right?
I don't know. I'd like to think I am a creative or handy person. I am neither one. Like, there's no artsy fartsy part, and I can't build a birdhouse. So more power to you, because what? Oh, yay. I
know, and Minecraft is still trending pretty good. So, I mean, and then hooking it with the cryptocurrency, and then hopefully if we get a nice bull run this year and it is already out there, people will be able to dig into it a little more. I mean, it's like Ivan is always saying, you got to build before the bull run, right? So building now is the time. Buy crypto now if you're looking to unload. Now is the time as we're preparing and we're seeing the super guppy and all these other things are crossing the 200-day. Because when it's, up there and like what we've seen it where it's 12, 14, 2 days later, 17, 3 days later, you're like, that's not the time to be buying and hoping to cash in on something you're building overnight.
Yay. Oh, I'm happy for you. Okay, we're good. That's it. We are caught up in the chat.
Well, the last little bit I got here is, about the auctioned off Bitcoin that we're looking at 4,040 Bitcoin, about $37 million at today's price, being auctioned off February 18th. I seen some of the other YouTubers, some were like not caring, some were, saying, I think it was Adam Meister was saying that it was stupid and he should be safe. Put them back in circulation. Right, that's what I want to see. Put them back in circulation. I think the ideal of lost and stolen Bitcoins that are of wallets that get taken out of circulation, I think that's the worst. That's the most heinous crime there is. That's why I never give out Bitcoin, because I'm afraid
killing of Bitcoin.
It's because I'm afraid that I'm going to give it to somebody that's not going to keep their private keys, that's not going to take care of it, and there's just going to be some Satoshis that are gone to the ether. And it's like, so. Get these 4,040 Bitcoin back out into circulation, get them into some merchant's hand, get them into a hodler that's going to take profit at some point, because, hey, we see the future in 20 years is going to be digital. We see that we need money. We see the government's messed up. We see the dollars failing.
Everybody's dollar is failing.
Yeah. So if we're going to zoom out on our lives and we look at 20 years from now, I want Bitcoin. Can you guys really want something else? All right, what do we got going on in the chat? That's going to do it for all the news. So, of course, give us your last comments. Let us know what you're thinking. I'm super stoked that I'm out here again tonight.
We are, yes.
I mean, I was thinking a week. I mean...
Super bummed. I know.
I'm surprised that it came back so fast. I think it was because I, appealed it and then wrote 2 nasty letters.
Yes. And snippet it apart and was like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, they pulled up a video from 2 years ago, not even when we were here at this house, in the other place, sitting in the backyard again.
I mean, yes.
No, I mean,
freaking ever ago.
I've already changed all the names. There's nothing in the description on those videos, so it's I don't know what. I said some words in the video that your audio device detected that you have decided was me selling regulated goods.
Whatever.
Yeah.
MS Bit is here. Hello. But we are, yeah. He says, of course, I just show up and I miss all the news part.
That's how it goes. Of course, you guys can always watch it on the uptake. I do read the comments that are down there below. I like to give them the thumbs up and the like. Sometimes I write back. Sometimes I don't when I'm on the fly and I'm just using my cell phone to read them.
Yep.
Anything at all in the chat? No questions, no comments. You guys don't want to ask me anything.
I think one of the boys says, if the government was smart, they would keep them. MS Bit E says, we are still the same ones here. Made it to a point to talk to anyone I came in contact with today about BTC. No interest. It's a scam. It's a Ponzi scheme. It won't work. Whatever. I know.
Well, this is what I'm looking at, is with the show and the channel and everything that's going on. You guys know how last year we got out there 4 times. Yeah, 4 times. And we passed out the Bitcoin flyers and everything. And then the bear market came along and it was kind of hard raising funds. And, Google AdSense from this channel doesn't pay enough for us to get out to those events and produce the flyers. This year, we're going to go not halfway, but we're going to go to 1 and go all out, right? That's a better way of putting it. And I'm thinking about getting the donational address up soon and putting it on the end of the video. YouTube, please don't get mad. And I'm not going to be able to start up a tally fund to be able to look at it, because they only run for 90 days and we're trying to run this for 6 months so that there's not a problem.
The entire duration until we go.
To be able to help make all the funds happen. But of course, I would love some help. I would love it if you guys got involved with it. That Bitcoin is a not-for-profit, or that we're a not-for-profit organization. So none of this is going to go in our pockets. Bitcoin doesn't have a marketing department. No one's going to get out there and do the work for Bitcoin. If you believe in Bitcoin, you believe in changing the future, you believe in the revolution, you got to get out there. You got to turn this 1.5% of the world into 5%, right? We got to start making a difference. Then we'll turn that 5% to 10%. That's how this kind of stuff happens. Now's the time, right? Because I went out there and I beat that war drum in the bull market in the beginning of all this and didn't really have that great of an education, which kind of sucks. I wish I did. Could have done a lot more with this channel. Then I went and kept beating that drum, but figured out what I was doing in the bear market. So
Sadly.
hopefully this time around we'll get it right. I want you guys to come join us along on the journey, right? Come out to the event with us. I mean, we can even try to help raise a little funds to help pay for your ticket or something as well. We would love some help on artwork and messages and stuff like that to put in the
Ideas
brochure.
of totems, ideas of whatever,
Right.
anything.
And then, of course, we're always looking for people to come on air, do an interview with us, talk about Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. You don't have to show your face. That's not a big deal with us. You can keep things completely private because I have email links down below that are on Proton. Right.
You can Sammy out. It's fine.
Speaking of privacy, our dark web video is like the best video that we've done, and it makes me just feel bad that we didn't do a better job on it. 2,700 views, 73 views in the last 48 hours, like 50 thumbs up on it. And it's like we should have went all out if people were actually, I feel like we should have, downloaded the Tails operating system and, used a Tor, like the Samurai wallet to help with the Tor browser for keeping the Bitcoin anonymous. So I don't know. I've been thinking about maybe putting together a second edition of that. Let me know what you guys are thinking about that in the comments after the video. I would always love to hear some more tips on how you think that we can keep Bitcoin and cryptocurrency anonymous and usage on the dark web. For some reason, those videos are doing really well. I don't know how much more I could really do on them. I might have to just redo them.
Benjamin says that he got at least 20 of his fellow mechanics into Bitcoin, and they taught others. I created a Bitcoin subculture that lives on, even though I have retired.
Nice.
I love it. Okay. Emmett's Bit E says me and a Birmingham. Okay, Birmingham buddy. We're gonna go with Birmingham buddy. But the lease to a gold and silver mine with some profits. We want to have an underground parties and teach about BTC. I used to do raves that were about that, but people said I was crazy. What? No, like that is so not crazy. Oh, Burning Man. There we go. If I could read.
If you could read a Burning Man, buddy.
Whatever. Ooh, Burning Man. I've never went to Burning Man. That seems like it would be fun. I mean, everything I've ever seen about it seems to be fun.
I don't know. When things seem to cross over a certain threshold, it seems a little overplayed. Too many people. You know what I mean? Like when you have too many people, things become too complicated. Just like there's a bunch of EDM festivals around here all the time. And like Imagine is one of them. That's right up here in Georgia.
Yeah.
And people ask me why we don't go to that one. And it's like, because it's overcrowded. It's too overplayed. They've been doing it for like 12 years straight or something. Everybody under the sun goes to it. I'd rather go to something where the connection is better. Because when you do get out to these events, it is a different sense when you're there. And that's why I like trying to spread this message of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, because it coincides with the plur message that they're spreading. And then these are the people that are going to produce the generation, right, that is going to use Bitcoin. And as they're out there trying to embrace this lifestyle, Bitcoin is exactly what they need for this globe-trotting millennial life.
Okay.
Are you reading over there, Samantha? Because you got to do it out loud.
Oh, you're right. Damn, I do. Okay. So, MS Bit says, changed our lives. Okay. No, not at the burn. It is organized beyond all you can imagine. Okay. The burn is like nothing on earth. That he partied with Brock. What? Brock Pierce last year. Okay. Good to know.
Nice.
What? I want to go. Listen, everybody's so colorful and like, I don't know. Yes.
Maybe we're going to Lacan this year, so you can just hold your horses on that one, you guys, because we're making plans. We're trying to get you to come out to Lacan. We're going to set up a booth. We're going to pass out brochures. We're going to be there living it up. I mean, it's going to be on top of Mulberry Mountain again, I'm pretty sure. It's in Arkansas. It's going to be, the end of September through the beginning of October. It's about 5 days straight. It's going to be awesome. And we're going to preach the word of Bitcoin.
Thomas from Mad Bitcoins. He's also apparently a birder. What?
I know. Crypto goes to it too. That's fine. They
I
can go to
know,
Burning Man.
that
They
was,
can
I know.
they can all crypto out over there. We got Wakan. We're gonna go there and we're gonna crypto out there. We're gonna bring all those looks into the crypto space.
I'm gonna sloth out. Okay, just hammock.
All
me.
right. Is that it? Is that gonna end up this episode?
Yes.
All right, you guys. I appreciate you coming out here and hanging out with me. I'm glad that we could actually get out here.
Oh my God, I
tonight.
am so happy. Yes.
It is amazing that we were able to get that strike returned. It you never know what's going to happen down the road. You know, this channel means a lot to us. Please come follow me on the other social media, because then if I do have to start something up, at least I'll be able to try to get in touch with you. Right? I don't know what else to do. They get you by the short and curlies for this one.
They do.
But hey, every day is an adventure. I'm glad that I'm here today. I'm glad that we're getting to partake in this Bitcoin revolution. The price could be up tomorrow. The price could be down tomorrow, but it's not going to change my mind that I'm going to be here for the long haul. I want to fight the good fight, and I want to help change the world. So I hope you guys stick with me and are here next time we get to go live. All right.
All right.
That's going to do it.
That is. Keep your BTC safe.
Later, guys.